Hey guys, welcome to Aptitude Academy. So today we're going to be discussing time and work problems. Now you guys have sent me a lot of problems on this topic. Now I've printed out 5 problems from my YouTube comments box that we're going to be discussing today. And I really like 2 of those problems. So let's get started. Alright, so the first question is by Pratik Mane. And he says solve this. If A, B and C completes the work in 12 days, A works double than B, C works 1 by 3 of B and C, then how many days required individually to complete the work to C question mark. Okay, so thanks Pratik for the question. And basically what this question is this. You've got 3 people, A, B and C. They complete the work in 12 days, right? So now the first thing you need to know is every day they finish 1 by 12th of the work. That's the first thing that's supposed to hit you. All right. Now the next statement says that A works double than B. Basically A works twice as hard as B, right? So if B finishes X amount, A will finish 2X amount. And C works 1 third of B and C, right? Okay, this we can write in the form of an equation. So this is just to help us. All right, now the first thing what you need to do is you need to write your equations. So the equations are 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C is equal to 1 by 12, right? Your second equation will be 1 by A is equal to 2 times 1 by B, right? Because it's twice, A is twice as good as B. And your third equation will be 1 by C is equal to 1 by 3 in brackets 1 by B plus 1 by C. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to substitute into the main equation such that you've only got C's in the main equation. Why? Because you need to find out how much time does C take. So let's not waste time into finding out what is A and what is B. So what you can do is you can substitute first from the third equation. You can come to know what is what is B in terms of C, right? Now put that value in the second equation such that you get A in terms of C. Now substitute both these values in your main equation, right? So if you solve all of that, you will get C is equal to 84 days. So the time required for C to complete the work individually is 84 days. Let's go into problem number 2. Alright, so problem number 2 is by Ronak Jha. He says, my question is if 12 men can do a piece of work in 36 days, same piece of 18 women do it in 60 days, and 8 men and 20 women complete the same piece of work in 20 days. If only women need to complete the entire work in 4 days, how many women requires for the task? Wow. Basically what I've done is, I know that you've taken this problem from somewhere, right? You must have copied it from somewhere. So what I did is I Googled part of the problem and I found the original problem. So basically what the problem is that 12 men can do a piece of work in 36 days. The same amount of work can be done by 18 women in 60 days, right? Now, they say that 8 men and 20 women start the piece of work and they work for 20 days, right? So they finish some part of the work. Now, the remaining part of the work is to be completed in 4 days. So how many women are required for that? Okay, so now how you proceed with the sum is basically look at the clue. They've said that 12 men can do a piece of work in 36 days and 18 men can do the same piece of work in 60 days. So what you can do is you can multiply the number of men and days, and that will be man days, right? So 12 into 36 will be 432 man days. So basically for your work to be done, you need 432 man days. Similarly, you can have 18 women that work for 60 days. So you can have 18 into 60, that is 1080 women days. Now from this what you need to know is that 432 man days is equivalent to 1080 women days. And this is your first clue. From here you come to know that 1 man day is equal to 2.5 women days. Okay, so M is equal to 2.5 W. This is your first clue. Now to proceed with the actual sum. So in the actual sum they say that for the first 20 days you have 8 men and 20 women working. Now from here what you have to do is, you know that 1 man is equal to 2.5 women, right? So convert 8 men into women. So 8 into 2.5 will be 20, correct? So 20 plus 20 will be 40 women. So basically what they're saying is 40 women work for the first 20 days. Now 40 women work for the first 20 days. That means 40 into 20, that is 800 women days are completed, right? But we know that in terms of women days, the time required is 1080. So in the first 20 days, you have 800 women days that are already been done. So the remaining work will be 1080 minus 800. So that is 280 women days. Now, for the final part of the problem, you have that the women need to complete the entire work in 4 days. So now you have 280 women days required left of work, right? And you have 4 days to complete it. So what you're going to do is you're going to divide 280 by 4. So 280 by 4 will give you 70 women. So for the remainder of the work, you need 70 women to finish it in 4 days. So that's the problem. That's the answer for the second problem. Now let's go on to the third problem. All right. So now for the third problem, It's been sent by Smith Patel, and they say that A can do a piece of work in 10 days, B in 12 days, and C in 15 days. They all start work together, but A leaves the work after 2 days and B leaves 3 days before the work is completed. How many days did the work last? Okay, now this problem is really good. Okay, so what you need to do is basically for the first 2 days, you're assuming that A, B, and C are working, right? So, well, you don't assume, they're all working for the first 2 days. Now, after the first 2 days, A leaves, right? So, after that, you know it's just B and C, right? Now, the important thing is B leaves 3 days before the work is completed. So, on the last day of work, 3 days prior to that, right, B has left. So, you know for the last 3 days, only C is working. And this is where the entire problem falls, right? So, you need to find out this clue. So, you know that for the last 3 days, only C works. Great. Now, for the first 2 days, you have to calculate how much A, B, and C finish. So, if you do it by an equation, you will come to know it's equal to 2 into 1 by 10 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by 15, right? The addition of the individual work every day multiplied by 2 because 2 days. So that comes out to 1 by 2, right? So half the work is done in the first 2 days itself. Now complete the end part, right? So you've got last 3 days, only C works. Now C finishes 1 by 15th of the work every day. So in 3 days, 3 into 1 by 15, right? 3 into 1 by 15 is 1 by 5, okay? So in the last 3 days, C finishes 1 by 5. Now, you've got the first 2 days, right, that A, B, and C are working, and the last 3 days that only C is working, right? So in the middle, whatever work is remaining, subtracting this and this from the main work, will be done by B and C. Okay, so now to find the remainder work, what you do is you do 1 minus half, right, of the first 2 days minus 1 by 5, which C does in the last 3 days. So if you do that, it comes up to 3 by 10, right? So now 3 by 10 is required to be done by B and C in the time gap in the middle, right? In between the first 2 days and the last 3 days. So if you calculate how much B and C complete every day, right, it will be 1 by 12 plus 1 by 15. That comes out to 3 by 20. So by this you will understand that the remainder work is 3 by 10. But these two complete 3 by 20 of the work every day. So basically you need 2 of these days. So basically the answer is the first 2 days plus 2 days of B and C working, and the last day where only C is working. So if you add it all up, it becomes 2 plus 2 plus 3, that is 7, right? So the days that the work will last will be 7. Let's go on to problem number 4. Alright, now the fourth problem is sent by Sushma Thakur, and she says, can you please solve this question for me? 4 men and 6 women working together can complete the work within 10 days. 3 men and 7 women working together will complete the same work within 8 days. In how many days 10 women will complete this work? Okay, so this is quite a simple sum actually. So what you need to do is you need to form 2 equations, right? Now let X be the amount of work done by a single man every day, right? And let Y be the amount of work done by a woman every day, single woman, right? So your 2 equations will be 4 into X plus 6Y will be equal to 1 by 10. So basically what you're doing is, say for the first group, they finish the work in 10 days. So every day they finish 1 by 10th of the work, correct? Now you've got 4 men that are doing their individual work every day plus 6 women that are doing their individual work every day. So if you say X is the individual work for a man and Y is the individual work for a woman, your equation will be 4X plus 6Y is equal to 1 by 10, correct? So that is your daily work done for the first group. Similarly, for the second group, you will have 3X plus 7Y is equal to 1 by 8, correct? Now, these are your 2 equations. Now you need to solve for Y. Don't waste time finding X and then finding Y. What you need to find is in how many days 10 women will complete this work. Since the question is pertaining to women, concentrate on Y. You don't need X, right? So if you solve this, Y will be 1 by 50. So what you come to know by this is Y is equal to 1 by 50. That means every day they finish 1 by 50th of the work. One woman finishes 1 by 50 of the work. So if only one woman was going to do the entire work, it will take her 50 days. Alright, but they say that you have 10 women. So in how many days will 10 women complete this work? Right? So 10 into 1 by 50 will be 1 by 5. So every day they finish 1 by 5th. In 5 days they'll complete the work. So the answer is 5 days. Alright, now for the fifth problem, it's been sent by Sindhuja Murugesan. Sorry if I didn't get the pronunciation right. Okay, Sindhuja says A and B can do a piece of work in 72 days, B and C can do it in 120 days, and A and C can do it in 90 days. In what can A alone do it? Please solve this, sir. Okay, So this problem is very, very straightforward, right? You have three equations. The first one has a and b, second one has b and c, and third one has a and c. So what you need to do is you need to substitute it and somehow find a, right? So your equations will be 1 by a plus 1 by b is equal to 1 by 72. 1 by b plus 1 by c is equal to 1 by 20. And 1 by a plus 1 by c is equal to 1 by 90. Now, if you don't know how I form these equations, you need to go and see part 1 of my time and work series that I'll link it down here. Okay, so now these three equations are formed. Now what you need to do is you need to substitute and simplify such that you get a. Now if you solve it, you will get 1 by a is equal to 1 by 120, which implies that a will finish the work in 120 days. Alright, so the detailed solution for all these problems is given in a link below here. You can click anywhere here and it will take you to a PDF where I've solved each of these problems thoroughly. So even if you didn't understand it through the video, it's fine. Don't worry, you can click the link here and understand them better. Now, the main reason why I don't have a board in this video is because my main aim with this series is for us to have a discussion wherein you guys send me your problems and I give you a slight hint on how to solve it, right? Now don't worry, the detailed solution is still there in the link here below. But what I want you to do is try your sums again, right? Try to solve them. And if you still don't get it, you can always check the link. Alright, so this is problem set 1 on Lexus and time and work. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'd also appreciate it if you tell your friends about it on Facebook and help me reach out to as many students as possible. Don't forget to keep sending me your problems, and I'll see you guys next week. Cheers!